Hi there. Hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson, I will go through 2021 HSC paper with you. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. Question 26. Nina plans to invest $35,000 for a year. She is offered two different investment options. Option A, invested is paid at 6% per annum compounded monthly. Option B, interest is paid at R% per annum simple interest. Part A, calculate the future value of Nina's investment after 1 year if she chooses option A. So option A is compound interest. Okay, so just remember that, and it compound monthly, and the interest rate is 6%. But then compound monthly for 1 year, so this means that 1 year it compounded 12 times because there are 12 months in a year. So let me just write N is 12 because 12 months in a year and compounded monthly. And R because 6% per annum and it's compounded monthly, so we divide to 12 because 12 months in a year. So 6 divided by 12 is 0.5. So 0.5%. So there you go. And we know that P is the amount that she invests. So that is 35,000. So let me just write out the rule first for compound interest. So her future value is present value 1 plus the interest rate power of n. And we know that the present value is $35,000. So 35,000. 1 plus the interest rate, that is 0.5%. Percent means per annum. So I can just write 0.5 per annum and power of 12. So let me just change these brackets a bit. So that will give me, so 35000 brackets 1 plus R 0.5 or 0.5 over 100, and then brackets power of 12. So there you go, $37,158.72 because we're dealing with money, so correct to 2 decimal place. So 37158 37158.72. So there you go. That is her future values. Part B. Find the value of R in option B that would give Nina the same future values after 1 year as for option A and correct to 2 decimal place. So to work this out, so we know that for simple interest, I, that is the interest, equal to P R N. And we know that P is $35,000. And the interest rate is this amount, and we minus 35,000. Okay, we need to work out the interest first. So the interest, if you think about it, we got 37,000 minus 35,000 will give us 2,000. So interest should be $2,158.72. Let me just write this down. Okay, so the interest is 37158.72 minus 35,000. So that will give me 2158.72. So let me just substitute that in. So that will give me 2158.72 equal the principal, that is the present value if you wish. So 35,000 and times by the interest rate, and which is we do not know what it is, and then we need to times by 1 because it's 1 year. So now 1 times 35,000 is equal to 35,000. So let me just write this down. So 2158.72 is equal to 35,000 R. And then we to find R, so just divide it by 35,000. Divide this by 35,000. So there you go. So we cancel this with this. So that is R is, so we just go 2158.72 and we divide it by 35,000. So there you go, 0.06167 and so on. Let me just write this down first. So 0.0616, 0.06167 and so on. And we need to convert to percentage. We times by 100. So if I times by 100, so just go answer times 100. So there you go, 6.17%, correct to 2 decimal place. So therefore, R is 6.17% per annum. So there you go. Question 27. The price and the power consumptions of 2 different brands of televisions are shown. So we have television A and television B, and they're different cost, and the power is different as well. Okay, keep that in mind. The average cost for electricity is 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So this is the cost. A particular family watches an average of 3 hours of televisions per day. Okay, so 3 hours per day. Keep that in mind. The annual cost of electricity for television A for this particular. The annual cost of electricity for television A for this family is $48.18. For this family, what is the difference between the annual cost of electricity between television A and television B? So we just need to work out the cost for electricity B because A already given, okay? So for B, and we know that the family watch 3 hours a day. And we have 365 days in a year. And then now what we do, we just times by the power, that is this, because 160 watts. So we just times 160. So that is, so just go 3 times 365. That give me a year, and we times 160. So there you go, 175,200. So 175,200 watts hours. But then we know that the cost is 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So we need to convert watts to kilowatts. So we just divide by 1,000. So that will give me, so if we go 175,200, we divide by 1,000. So that will give us 175.2 kilowatts hours. That we do. Or you can just write kilowatts, okay? So now we just need to work out the cost. So 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So therefore the cost is 175.2 with times 25 cents. So 25 cents is 0.25. So that will give me, so I just divide by 1,000 first. So that convert to kilowatts hour, and we just times by 25 cents. So there you go, $48.80. So $43.80. So there you go. That is the cost to run television B. But then we need to work out the cost difference between television A and television B. So we just minus it. So television A will cost $48.80 per year. So therefore, we just go $48.18. We minus $43 That will give me 48.18 minus the answer. So there you go, $4.38. So $4.38. So this means that the cost difference between running television A and B is $4.38. Okay, so keep that in mind. Part B. For this family, how many years will it take for the total cost of buying and using television A to be equal to the total cost of buying and using television B? So first of all, we know that running television B is $4.38 cheaper than running television A. However, television B is more expensive, okay, this much expensive. So we just need to work out the cost difference first. So I just go for television B to 921.90. 921.90, we minus the cost for television A, that is 900. So that means $21.90. Okay, so for television B is $21.90 more expensive, but then it's cheaper to run. So work out the cost, how long it takes to recover to $21.90. So we just go $21.90, we divide by $4.38. That will give us, so just go 21.90 divided by the answer. So there you go, 5. So therefore, 5 years. So there you go. Okay, so let me just recap. But first of all, we need to work out how much it costs extra for buying television B. So that is this how much it is cost extra. And it's $4.38 cheaper to run. So we need to work out how many years it can recoup back $21.90. So we just go $21.90 divided by $4.38. So that will give us 5. So that means it takes 5 years to recoup $21.90. Question 28. The question is, we just need to find the equations of least square regressions line relating to the data set. So in another word, we just need to find the equations of this line. Okay, keep that in mind. So we know that y is mx plus b. Correct? B is a y-intercept. So this is the y-intercept. And we know that the axis, it go up by 2, 4, 6, 8. So go up by 2. So we know that this number here, b, is 2. So keep that in mind. And then we need to find the gradient. Okay, so we got b already. So we need to find m. M is, we just need to draw a line or triangle. So we know that rise over run. And because the line is heading this way, we know that m is positive. So keep that in mind. So we just need to pick 2 points that is easy to read. So we can just find the gradient from there. So now that we have this point here already. And then we look for this one here. See, this is right on the x and the y cross. So we just do this. So there you go. So the run is 5. And the rise is, because this is 2 and this is 18. So 18 minus 2 is 16. Otherwise, you can just count it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So there you go. So that is 16. So m, let me just write here. M is 16 divided by 5. That will give me, so 16 divided by 5. So there you go, 3.2. So 3.2. So that means y is m, that is 3.2 mx, and then that is x and plus b. B B is 2. So there you go. So this is the equations of this least square regression line. Okay, keep that in mind. Part B. Suppose a 6 data point was collected on a day which has 10 hours of sunshine. So 10 hours, so which is X is 10. On that day, 45 bottles of lemonade were sold. So that means this is Y. So because X is number of hours of sunshine. So which is, I can write in point form. And Y is number of bottle collected. So 45. So there you go. So the question is, what would happen to the gradient found in part B? So if you think about it, 10 here. So the Y value should be, if you extend the line roughly, okay? So that should be like 34 or could be 36, right? But this is 45. So this means that the gradient had to be increased because the line will get a lot steeper because 45 here somewhere. So if you connect, you can see it's steeper gradient. So that means the gradient is increased. Otherwise, you can also use the point to find out the gradient. Let's say I can also do this way mathematically, okay? So 3.2x plus 2. But we need to work out the m, okay, given x. So let's say m here. So when x is 10, y equals 45. 45 is equal to x is 10, so 10 times m is 10m. We add 2. And you move the 2 on this side becomes 43 because it's 45 minus 2 is 43. So equal 10m. And I divide by 10 on both sides. So 4.3 is m. The gradient we had before is 3.4 and now is 4.3. So the gradient would be increased. Okay. So you said therefore the gradient. So there you go. Question 29. So the best way to work out this is we choose times 2 on every term because we need to get rid of the fractions. It's easier, that's all. So what I do, I times 2 because this is count as one term and this is times 2, this is times 2. And 2 times x is 2x. And these 2 cancel out, okay? So leave with plus x minus 1. And then we equal to 9 times 2 is 18. So what I do, I collect these like terms first. So 2x plus x is 3x. And minus 1 is 18. So now I just move this negative 3 on this side, become plus 1. So 18 plus 1 is 19. So 3x is 19. So I divide by 3 on both sides because I need to get rid of the 3 in front of x. And I divide by 3 on this side. That cancel out. So therefore, x is, so we can use calculator, 19 divided by 3. 3 go to 19 is 6. Because 6 times 3 is 18. Remainder 1. So there you go. 6 and a third. Question 30. Ariana owns 1,500 shares in a company. The market price for each share is $27. Ariana's total dividend from these shares is $810. Calculate the dividend yield for her shares. So first of all, we know that the dividend yield is the dividend over the market values. So to work out the market values, so we just need to work out 1,500 we times $27. 1,500 we times 27 because each share worth $27 and she has 1,500 shares. So 1,500 times 27. So there you go. So that is 40500. So that is how much it's worth, okay? The market values. Now, to work out the dividend yield, So that will give me $810. We divide by 4050 and 0 times 100%. We just need to work out percentage. So just go 810 divided by the answer. That was 40,500. And then don't forget, we need to times by 100 to work out percentage. So there you go. That is 2. So 2%. So therefore, the dividend yield there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.